My great mentor wanted to hear some words from me. She loved the purple ambient lighting in the X5. That's what's up. The moon roof. That being said, I figured out some serious stuff today. I figured out why my life is where it is and why it's never gonna go no different than it is. Why I need to work in silence like everybody do. How my mental illness messed up my life due to learned helplessness, but besides that, I was mental. And in my bloodline, I wasn't the only male son that was mental. I got a vision of gold. I got the gift of gab. I had people tell me I got all the game in the world. I don't even know it. I had people tell me my ideas are beyond individuals' imaginations. And for that reason, people is hating on me. And since I talk so much, people been hating on me all my life. I've heard terrible things in childhood. I had a smile that wasn't good. Low confidence problem. Low self-esteem problem from disrespect. Like my mentor said, I guarantee you nobody in your circle never gave you 10% of any significant amount of wealth they ever came up on, but you done gave them 60% of yours. You got mental issues and you still doing better than 80% of the haters in your life. And the scary thing about me, she said, is your haters is your closest so-called homies. That's the weird part. That's why the mental is not just in you. You got bloodlines of mental. That was just it. Your ADHD wasn't addressed as a child. And back in them days, parents didn't know what ADHD was. They didn't know nothing about that. The internet wasn't out here. People didn't research. 90% of people don't even read. I remember my homeboy Rick Rock told me something that he heard an African man saying. I listened to it too. Niggas will rather die before they eat right. Now, you got the audacity to try to tell somebody how to live their shit or what they need to do or how they need to make some money, but you can't even eat right to live. But you got all the information. Motherfucker got type 3 diabetes. You find somebody say, eat this and drink this. Oh, I'm going to have my food. Shit, I'm going to have my fun. Nigga rather die before he eat right. That's why my mentors say stop giving up your research to individuals that don't respect you. The type of people that act like your ideas and plans ain't nothing, but when it's a crowd, can't wait to floss what you said. Type of people who steal your sales pitch but didn't put in no work to get there. That's what I had a problem with for life. Mentor been putting me on game. She said, that's your problem. You figure out all the ideas and let somebody else take your race. How you gonna take advice from somebody that's doing less than you? He's like, you don't like your life and you 8 blocks from the beach. You got an $80,000 BMW, a 800 credit score, a $5,000 line of credit. You figured out how to pay a $1,349 car note a month for the last 2 months. You got this month covered. You don't need no advice from nobody in your circle for the last couple decades. Because you've been robbed of your life for decades, no matter what may have happened, no matter if you couldn't leave the house. That being said, you was robbed of life. You supposed to leave the house at 18, live your own life, your own family. You never done that. And that's why your confidence problem is serious. You never been out on your own. You knew how to survive, but so much toxic negative energy around you and neglect of severe ADHD and a smile that you wasn't happy with didn't really let you shine like you deserve to. And it's all because of confidence and not being quiet. When you keep your mouth quiet, look at all the stuff happen. Since you got the X5, your critic is fire. Your credit went up again after you get it. You didn't have to put no money down. You didn't have to show no check stubs. Nobody in your circle know how to do that. Nobody in your circle know anybody that did it. And if they say they did, they one of your number one haters. And you know why they your number one hater? Because you figured out how to do something that you ain't never heard them talk about they knew somebody how to do until you did it. Whoever said that is your number one hater. Whoever said something negative about your dental work is your number one hater. And whoever didn't comment your Peter Marco's video is your number one haters. And anybody who insults your intelligence is your number one hater. And you told me that you told 3 people one regret of your life, which was not speaking to your dad. But I made you feel 50% better today. Because anybody who told you that you should have spoke to your dad, even though they know it hurts you terribly that you didn't because you never saw him again. So a real friend will be like, oh, nah, that's cool. He knew what was up. He love you. A real hater will say you should have spoke. Just for the fact it hurt, they want to drive it in more because they life is hurt. All they doing is repeating cycles. People that's that type of devilish haters are repeating the cycle of life that they grew up in. They were hated, they were neglected and heard terrible things, so they try to give it to the next person in their path. And this comes from friends, family, mothers, fathers, whoever. That's how hater stuff happens. These are my words. I'm just speaking like how my mentor would break stuff down. And she told me when she gets out here on the 17th of July, these last 6 weeks, she's going to break it down so much to where I'm going to be pissed off every other day. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to have to learn how to hold my composure because she's going to give me all the trip up trick words and questions to say to find out who are the most manipulating, toxic, deadly haters in my life and how I need to dispose of people like that. I'm going to learn all of that in 6 weeks. Then I'm going to stay with her in Belmont Shore for 2 weeks, spending the night in a nice patio in a $3.9 million condo in beautiful Belmont Shores by the lake water. We're going to be chilling. My other millionaire friend is going to come chill with me, coming from Miami to get a presidential suite in Santa Monica to chill with me for 2 weeks. My mentors say when I stay with 2 millionaire women with nice teeth, living the life you want to be living, who has invested in you and were success by it. When you stay with 2 women like that, living the life you want to be living, the life you've been robbed of for 3 decades will come back instantly. All you need is positive support. All you need is to delete yourself from jealous, toxic haters who will rather die before they take your advice, which is 85% of people in your circle. Every time you get something good, it's going to be bad. She told me, nigga, if you get that $5 million Pangani in that beach house, somebody going to be hating. She said somebody going to always have something negative to say. She said, look at this. When people say toxic hater shit, just remember your credit score is at 800. You know how to freeze credit and use one inquiry and try 5 different things. Your credit score went from a 647 to a 800 in 8 months. Don't nobody in your toxic circle know how to do none of that. Nobody in your circle got a picture or a video with a $200 million celebrity jewelry man. And I guarantee you, your haters will be like, oh, all you had to do was drive down there and see. They ain't thought to do nothing like that because they ain't got no vision. They ain't got no heart to try anything to make money. They just got to live under the government and do everything the man tell them to do. The same person they complain about is the ass they got to kiss when it's time to pay a bill. That shit stupid as hell. Mentor is right. You grow to what you exposed to. If you kicking it with low life, sorry, careers making nothing doing, broke, no destiny having motherfuckers, that's what the hell you gonna become. But see, I never fall for it that far because I know I'm supposed to be a millionaire. I'm one of the best rappers in this planet. I got sexy girls out of my league. My toe up smile is 70% better. And I'm rolling an $80,000 BMW. Goddamn right, I did it. I got something to show for the decisions I made. You made a bad decision. You made a bad decision. I get to jump in an $80,000 ride. I got a homegirl that found out that my privacy was invaded. She found out that my card note mail was opened. She said, when I told her that, and my mentor said you need to pay attention to how serious your homegirl Irvine is with rules. When you told her your card note was invaded, she said, oh my God, I got a studioable living arrangement for you in the beautiful Playa del Rey, no rent, no utilities, 485 square feet, really 500 if you open up some compartments she talked about. Don't gotta pay nothing. Not gated, but have the arms to keep it open with a guard that patrols on a scooter all night. So you're safe. You don't have to worry about parking. And you came up on but back to what I was saying. She said all of this shit happened when she found out your privacy was invaded. She hates that so much that she offered you a place to stay. A place to stay for free. 18 months to see how you acting. Can't nobody live there with you. It's only for you and doing business. You figured out how to get a PPO. You figured out how to pass it. You figured out how to get the money to pay for it. You already got it. You figured out how to get the money to pay for you to get veneers in Colombia. You already got it. All you got to do is put these connections down and get these numbers. You need to get 3 numbers a day, like we went over 90 numbers a month. You got 6 weeks. You will have 100 numbers. Out of 100 numbers, success rate will be 10. You will have 10 people that spend money weekly. The other 90 will be off and on. You starting to tell people that's good. You done figured it out enough to pay your high-ass $1,300 card note. You did what you said you was going to do, and don't forget that. And don't forget this. If any of the haters in your circle had any millionaire friends they could live with, they ass would have been gone years ago. Haters wish they can stay with nice-looking women that's balling. They ain't got it like that. You do. You got a girl that spent $25,000 on your idea, made $78,000, which was a total profit of 40, gave you 10, which could have been 20. That being said, she invested in you. Your friend Shannon always said you could stay there for free. Your friend Gray said you could stay there for free. Irvine gave you a place. All you got to do is pass the PPO and get an account. You got a friend that stay in a penthouse that's a part of the board members at a place you want to get. Keep your mouth shut. Talk to him when you get that PPO license. You'll be at $10,000 by your birthday. Put moms in that place. Get her that Buick by the 15th of July. You already said you got to hook up with the job. You talked to him today. He said you to come in and see him Tuesday and get you some work. So you got mom's car covered. You figured all that out. Make sure she has that car on the 15th of July. Because I'm coming on the 17th and we need to do our thing. You need to be on a mission in your car. Nobody in your car. Nobody knowing nothing about your car. You don't know enough about your life. You need to call all your debt collectors and find out everything. Find out about your life insurance. Find out how much equity, how much money you can pull from your life insurance. You need to find out everything about your life. That's the simple thing you need to do. Read all your bills. out step by step. Read them all. Read all pages. Know everything about your life, and all this hustle and other shit are all coming to mix. Keep your room spotless and read all your bills will give you the grown man high school discipline that you need. And in that time, everything successful will happen. Then you will stay with me and Irvine, which will change your life. You will come back a new person. You will have a PPO license waiting. You got a baller homie to get you an account. You will be at $10,000 to $15,000 a month by your birthday. You got a friend that's a millionaire with a Ferrari McLaren that owns a dispensary and told you the type of deals that you can get where you can open your own dispensary. You talking to board members. You talking to millionaires in penthouses. You got business people. You got a smarter mind. You got people opening up to you. You had a homie telling you about boxes today. How you can spend money on boxes and sell them at the port to people and triple your money. Talk to him about that again tomorrow and write down step by step what he was saying. He said you needed a truck, but maybe you can figure out something. Figure out some type of shipping. That's some game he gave you. I'm speaking like my mentor, but this ain't even her. I'm so used to saying her stuff. But that is some real game I got from my homeboy Brian. Making money selling boxes. I'm going to get back on it to him with that. I figure out everything. I got my mentor $250,000 with $240,000 in credit off 9 credit cards. Got my other homegirl $18,000. Got another nigga $50,000. And a new car. My homegirl with the $18,000 got a $100,000 track off. Got her page monetized professional. Now she making about $1,800 a month without doing nothing because she look good. Everybody listen to me came up, but the closest bot circle of toxic negative haters always got something to downplay me. Always got to make it look like a nigga didn't complete something. But you know what it is? It's like my mentor say, you don't put down no restrictions for crossing your boundaries. People get away with it and get away with it, and you don't never do shit. Disappear for a year. Disappear for 1 year, you'll be a millionaire. And you know what's going to happen when you come back from chilling with me and Irvine? Your haters going to say you changed. But what they had never admit is that they couldn't grow with you.